What's up, everybody? It's Make It Make Sense. Right now, what you're looking at is basically a case study. There are two young girls. They are placed in a market square and they're left alone, no parents, one black, one white. As you can see, with the white child, consistently people are stopping her, asking her, "Are you okay? Where are your parents?" Conversely, with the black child, who is the same age, nobody's stopping. This speaks volumes. This puts a visual to something that we all know exists. People just don't necessarily want to talk about it. There is an inherent bias that people have, and it's from all ages. I've heard so many times about this particular video, "Oh, well, the little black girl was older." No, she's not. I just feel a lot of times what happens is the expectation is that people of color are going to just be more resilient. Oh, they're older than they are. This video actually hurt my heart. It personified something that I know exists, but I really hate that it still exists. And it got me to thinking. If you're new to the channel, I oftentimes tell you why I do certain videos. There's been so much talk about sex trafficking and why black women are sex trafficked at a higher rate. I think this video gives us a piece to that puzzle. If in an instance that you are seeing a young black child alone and it doesn't pull you in to ask her if she's okay, what do you think would happen if you see something that might be strange, unexplained, with, say, somebody who is even older than her, 10 to 20? You're not going, like, so many times what has happened is young black women especially are trafficked, and people see things and don't necessarily say anything. We have to do better as a whole. This video, along with this study, let me show you guys. I want to get into the sex trafficking rates first so that you guys can kind of understand what I'm saying. It says, according to the FBI, 57.5% of all juvenile prostitution arrests are black children. Through a 2-year review of all suspected human trafficking incidents across the country, 40% of sex trafficking victims were identified as black women. In an interview with the Urban Institute, traffickers admittedly believe trafficking black women would land them less jail time than trafficking white women if caught. Are y'all hearing this? I did a video and it was about some of the, Mr. Kelly issues and some of his alleged victims. And time again, I heard the same thing. Those women knew what they were doing. And even the ones that were underage, they knew what they were doing. I want you guys to hear this because that spoke to me. And when things like that are said, I want people to feel comfortable telling me their honest opinion. But it does make my wheels turn. And I wanted the piece to that puzzle. Why is it that the thought is, well, they wanted it? Yes, we all know children are, they're a lot more adult than when a lot of us were coming up. However, they're still children. They're still impressionable minds. And especially when you're dealing with somebody that is much older than them. Yeah, children want a lot of things. Children, do all kinds of crazy stuff. But in terms of this, there's actually a psychology behind it. There's actual facts. So it says, to better understand the high rates of sex trafficking among black women and girls, research has indicated the continued sexualization of black women and girls' bodies, which has played out since slavery. The myths around black women and girls' hypersexuality cannot be ignored when researching sex trafficking. Furthermore, the continued treatment of black girls as older than their age must be explored when looking at the data surrounding the prevalent rates of domestic sex trafficking of black girls. I want to say that again. The continued treatment of black girls as older than their age must be explored when looking at the data surrounding prevalent rates of domestic sex trafficking of black girls. To further drive the point home that these are learned behaviors, and it's an inherent racism. Again, guys, I know this isn't my normal type of video, but I thought this was important. This topic like really spoke to me, and I wanted to share some things with you. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the doll test. Anderson Cooper redid it several years ago, but I want to show you some of the findings. And it's all children. Let's
colorblind in America.
Show me the smart child.
Show me the mean child.
Can you show me the dumb child?
Show me the nice child.
We all have these inherent thoughts, but I wish that we could get to a place where we could change the next generation. It definitely, it's disheartening to me.
Why is he the dumb child?
Because she has dark brown skin.
Why is she the bad child?
Because she makes fun of everybody else's skin color.
How much do kids learn?
I want to show you guys a little bit more.
To three major findings. First, white children as a whole responded with a high rate of what researchers call white bias, identifying the color of their own skin with positive attributes and darker skin with negative attributes.
Show me the dumb child.
Dumb child.
Okay, why is she the dumb child?
Because she has black skin.
Show me.
And these are just kids, right? Like we really have to think of it in terms of learned behaviors. You know, when you're looking at, you know, cartoons, especially old school cartoons, it was Prince Charming was on a white horse, and, you know, whatever evil queen or whatever, they rode in on black horses and bats and things like that. It's been ingrained. White is right, black is evil. So these studies just kind of also put these children's learned behavior under a microscope. The good thing about these studies is it shows us, it gives us a visual of what we need to do better moving forward so that the next generations aren't faced with this. I don't know how to do that, but that's why I like to do open dialogue. Technically, right before I saw the video of the two young girls, one being ignored, I just spoke to a mother who did what mothers do. There was a situation where a kid could have become an active shooter, and her fast response to some of the warning signs that she saw, in my opinion, saved her daughter's life and a lot of other children. The kid was apprehended prior to the active shooter situation. I'm trying to get her for an interview, guys. I want her to share her story with all of us. I think it's very powerful. And I think it speaks to the resilience of Black mothers. But in terms of this, there are some positives. I want you to hear this child's response to the questions.
Okay.
I'm thinking that I do not.
So what?
All responses.
So could you show me the good-looking child? So what are you thinking? I know you pointed to them all, but tell me what you're thinking.
I'm thinking that I do not care if they are black, white, mixed, or any kind of race. I think that it matters who they really are.
These behaviors can be learned. These behaviors can be corrected. And we need to get to a place where we can have these type of conversations. I'm doing an open panel tonight. Definitely, you guys want to be there for that. We'll be discussing this, some other topics, but I will see you guys later. Let me know in the comments how you felt about this video. I know that that initial study, definitely it hit me in a place that I did not expect it to. And I'm very curious to know in the comments how you all feel. I will see you all later. Have a good one.